This is Ranger Kidwell-Ross, editor of World Sweeper, the director of the World Sweeping Association. We're here taking a look at a very nicely built and unique machine. We have James Daniels of Applied Cleansing that is going to give us a go with it, and we're at Civenex 2016 in the Hawkesbury near Sydney, Australia. James, hey, great to see you again.
Hey Ranger, thanks. Good to see you too, Ranger. I'd just like to introduce you to this this new concept that is certainly getting a lot of traction here in Australia with our local authorities. It's called the Glutton, and it's a battery electric self-propelled vacuum litter collector, everything that is collected by the machine, Ranger, goes into this standard 240 litre wheelie bin, as you see here. Yeah, so it's all collected whole, all the material, Ranger, it's all collected directly and thrown into the wheelie bin. So it's a clean fan system, so nothing passes through the impeller. The machine is self-propelled by simply just depressing this lever here, as you can see.
I could run that.
Yeah, it's a dead man handle, so as soon as you let it go, the brake comes on, and again, reverse as simple as such.
So it's built to operate around pedestrians and during the day and so forth.
It's built to actually operate during the day while pedestrians are actively using the areas. Because it's battery electric, and basically this is the noise. The machine is operating now, and as you can see, that's all the noise we're making. My voice is louder than the machine.
It actually is.
Yeah, so the operator is basically walking with it, as you see, and vacuuming all the litter that's present. It'll do the fines as well, as you can see here, because litter is quite easy because, you know, it's got surface area for vacuum to attach itself to. But the difficult stuff is all these fines. As you can see, it handles all the fines quite comfortably. Yeah. And because it's a clean fan system, none of these fines are actually hurting the vacuum impeller.
Let's do that. Can't tell if you're picking that up or if you're painting it black. Very nice.
So it's a very simple machine to use, as you've seen here, Ranger. So basically an on-off button here to turn the machine on. The machine is on, and simply depress the lever and you're off and going. It's fitted with all the stuff that most councils require: a flashing light and a night work light. Some other features here that are very interesting for a machine like this is that we're spraying water into the dust container, and the purpose of that is in local authorities, you're going to be vacuuming up some of the, I'll call them nasties if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And of course they get a bit of a smell in here, and because we're returning the air back into atmosphere through a filter, so we can put some disinfectant in the water container. So we hold the water container on board, and it'll give you about two operating shifts out of one container, and it sprays via a timer into this wheelie bin there. It's also got a very clever little a thermocentric device. So if you happen to vacuum up a lit cigarette butt into the container and we start a fire in here, the thermocentric Ranger will sense that we've got a raise of temperature in here. It'll turn off the vacuum and it'll emit a dry powder bomb in here and put out the fire and save a machine as well.
Nice safety feature.
Yeah. The filter is quite large for such a small machine, as you can see. It's got about 24 square meters of filter surface area, and the filter's to less than 1 micron. So what the machine's actually doing, the air that it's emitting back into the atmosphere, Ranger, is cleaner than the air that you're breathing right now.
My goodness, yes.
Yeah.
At 1 micron level, that's certainly the case.
Yeah, so it allows the machine to operate around sidewalks where people might be sitting down having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or having a cake during the day. So the machine can quite simply just maneuver past them, vacuuming up around them without disturbing the people during the day. Let me also tell you that how it's being adopted here, certainly in Australia, if I can suggest that, is that The trend now is changing, Ranger. We are doing a lot more cleaning during the day. We're not waiting for litter to be all scattered all over the place and get out at early hours of the morning with large mechanized equipment or blowers. So these machines are now adopted during the day, and they're working around pedestrians and vacuuming it up whilst the litter is being generated. With the high density living in our city areas with apartments, noise is becoming a very big issue for cleansing teams. So the Glutton allows the cleaning to be done during the day, whilst pedestrians are there, as I suggested, and whilst the litter is being generated. So at the end of the working or the business day, you don't have a sidewalk that's scattered with litter. It's basically clean. And then the crew starts again, say 6 a.m. in the morning, and they just do circuits around, cleaning the area up. So as you can see, it's very ergonomic, made ambidextrous, so it'll suit a left-hand operator as well as a right-hand operator. The pipe is made out of real carbon fibre, so it makes it extremely light to use.
Oh my goodness, yeah, very
extremely light with an ergonomic handle, as you can see there, to place yourself, and a very simple caster wheel on there. So all you're doing is you're simply wheeling that around and negotiating your litter. So you're not holding it up.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So this would be ideal for someone, a smaller person, to be able to operate.
Absolutely. In Australia, we have a lot of ladies operating them, Ranger. And the other thing that we're adopting, I can comment about Sydney City Council, who operate these machines. They're actually making the operators city ambassadors, and we're getting a lot of the visitors are going to the operators and asking for directions, like where is the bus station, where do I get a cab, or where is this place? Because when you're operating a machine like this, you're not getting dirty, so they've got them suitably dressed in smart attire, and they're simply acting as city ambassadors, directing visitors to the appropriate areas. But the machine is extremely economical to run. So per operating hour, including the electricity to charge, about $2 per hour, Ranger.
Wow, that's
extremely.
That's fabulous. And I want to ask, is this the rotomold on the outside?
So what we have here is we have gel coat fiberglass.
That's much better.
Yes, and one of the reasons it was decided is these machines get knocked around a bit, but being gel coat and fiberglass, it's very easy to repair and very cost effective to repair, apart from say a rotomold body. Yep. Yeah. So as you can see inside, we've got a little glove box here
for lunch.
Yeah, you can put your cut lunch in there, you can put your drink, you can put some maps in there, you can put your raincoat, because the machine will operate during the rain. So if the operator's happy to operate in the rain, the machine can certainly operate in it.
Brochures for that for the museum that those
all
folks
of that
were
you
looking
can keep that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The machine will run for 10 hours off one charge. So yeah, it's 10 operating hours. That means traction and vacuum. So at the end of the shift, all the operator simply has to do is go back to the area where his machine is parked, put the machine on charge, an overnight charge over a standard wall socket. You don't need 3-phase power or 480 amps is standard. In Australia it's 240 volts, say in US it's 110 volts, yeah. And that's all the operator has to do, is basically charge it and go out to work. Of course he must clean his filter at the end of the shift, but that's simply all the operator has to do. Yeah, so we call it the Glutton concept, which in our lingo is insatiable appetite for litter.
All right.
Thank you, Ranger.
Thank you, James. And how could somebody find you on the internet or otherwise?
Sure. They can reach us on our website on www.appliedcleansing.com.au. That's APPLIED, Applied Cleansing, CLEANSING.
All right. Well, it's great to see you here in Australia on your home turf, James, and thank you very much for the outstanding presentation of this very impressive machine.
Thank you, Ranger.
Good on you, as I've heard more than once.